The year is 2015, a hospital in Texas. A father refusing to give up on his son. George Pickering is a tough father. His son, also named George, is just 27. One day, out of nowhere, his son collapses. Stroke. The ambulance arrives, rushes him to the hospital. Doctors say it's bad. Days pass. Doctors say, "We're sorry, but his brain is gone." His mother and brother agree to take him off life support. But his dad, something in his gut tells him, this isn't over. Doctors insist, there's no hope. It's time to let go. But George Sr. isn't the kind of man to just let go. And in that moment, he makes a decision that shocks everyone. George's mind races. What if the doctors are wrong? He rushes to his son's room, tears in his eyes, but determination in his heart. He places his hand on his son's hand and whispers, "I'm here, son. Can you hear me?" No response. Silence. But George still feels it's not over. Seeing no other choice, he decides to take matters into his own hands. He pulls out a gun and points it at the hospital staff. "Nobody touches these machines," he shouts. Nurses freeze. Security gets called. Police on their way. "If my son is going to die, I need to be sure first," he yells. And in those extra hours George bought, everything changed. George stands firm, gun in hand, demanding time for his son. The police arrive outside. "Drop the gun! Don't make this worse!" But George doesn't move an inch. "My son is still alive!" And just when everyone thought it was over, something happens. His son's finger twitches. A tiny movement, but real. George shouts, "Did you see that? He moved! He's alive!" Nurses rush in, checking monitors. Something's changing. A few minutes later, George Jr.'s eyes start to open. Everyone is in shock. Even the police lower their guns. George Sr. smiles. "Told you, he's still here." The police finally move in. George doesn't resist. His only concern, his son, who was now awake. Doctors rush George Jr. into intensive care. Minutes turn into hours. Then the news comes. "Your son is recovering. He's going to make it." But George Sr. is arrested. His crime? Holding a hospital hostage. The case goes to court. Some call him a hero, others a criminal. If he hadn't done it, his son would be dead, his lawyer argues. The judge considers the facts and delivers a shocking verdict. Just a few months in jail, but George doesn't care. His son is alive. Months later, George is released from prison. The moment he hugs his son, tears fill his eyes. George Jr. smiles. "Dad, you saved me." The story explodes across America. Everyone is talking about it. Some call George a hero. Some say he went too far. News channels cover it. A father who broke the law to save his son. But one thing is undeniable. Without him, his son wouldn't have survived. George Jr. makes a full recovery and starts his life anew. And his father? Still tough, still stubborn, still a man who'd do anything for his son. A father's love just shook the world.